Hey, Anthony, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Have you ever had a situation where you haven't heard from someone in a long time and you get the message on your phone or whatever, and you're like, oh, it's been a while, but you're a little uneasy because it's been too long since you've engaged? That
I
ever
mean,
happened?
I've gotten those messages, but usually they're never a good thing.
I
So,
know.
but this
That's
one
kind of
seems
how I
like a
feel
better
about
thing, though.
tonight. It's kind of how I feel about tonight.
Oh, it's definitely a good thing.
Okay.
I'm here again from the ether
Yes.
to represent you because you deserve to be here, though. This is where you're supposed to be.
That's what they say.
I
And
mean, that,
I appreciate you being here for this. If not you, just that Under Armour symbol, because it means a lot to me.
no, of course. I'm always here. You deserve to be here. They obviously know you deserve to be here. So I don't really know if there's too much else to say. They got in touch with you. It's been a while. It feels like a lost connection, but now we're here. We're here again.
And who
Where
is
it's
it?
all right.
It's Club Dread. So,
Well,
boys, doing it again. Apparently, I can't get away from you. We can't get away from you, but we enjoy these spats nonetheless. So, good luck.
I agree.
Godspeed.
I do. Let's do this.
All right, Brian. I feel similarly to Robert. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. And yes, we do keep meeting them. Robert's really good, but you are one of the best in the league. You've been around for a very long time, and you're going to beat him. And I get to watch it. So, how you feeling?
Yeah, well, I have been around for a while, and I'm to the point where I end up playing a lot of the same people over and over. So I really like getting to play new people. And Robert obviously has been tearing through, and he's had a great record here. So I'm looking forward to this challenge, something new. Um, Fun TMC has been a little bit of a thorn in my side lately, but hopefully I can avenge that here. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here. Most of all, I just want to get back to Joseph, get that trilogy. I want to finish that, get that back.
Yeah, I want to see that happen too. So let's make it happen.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Full Metal Singles #1 Contenders match. Tonight we have former champion Brian Michaels going up against the finalist in the previous road to the title, Robert Kastner. Joining me is Scott Harvey, Esquire. Scott, what are your thoughts about this match?
Hey, I'm excited to be here. Great to be on this side of the hosting desk with you, Kirk, and not subject to your ire towards my movie taste. But yeah, no, I was fortunate enough to be hosting for several of the matches in that last gauntlet, including I think a couple of Robert's matches, and they were really exciting. The title match was really exciting, and yeah, I mean, whatever happens in the title match, we're going to see a rematch of some sort. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, both these competitors, Kurt champion Joseph Olivas's last two victories. So both these guys looking to avenge that last match of theirs. And let's get right into it. Introducing first. Again, like I said, he was the finalist in the road to the title. It is Robert the Ghost Kastner.
Eddie's gentlemen.
And his opponent, former Full Metal Singles champion, Brian the MacGuffin Michaels.
There I am. Okay.
All right. We're going to get round run. Scott, do you want to read them the rules for round #1?
Yeah, absolutely. In round #1, every competitor is going to get 8 questions in 8 different categories. You'll have 15 seconds to write down the answer on your whiteboard. After time is up, you will be asked to show your whiteboard and say the answer that you've written. If you get the answer correct, it's worth 1 point. And if you happen to answer all 8 questions in round #1 correctly, then you will receive a bonus question for a potential 9th point.
All right. Brian, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Robert, are you ready to go?
Indubitably.
All right. We're going to start with question #1 in the category of action adventure. In Taken, what band is Brian's daughter Kim planning to follow through Europe?
Ever followed a band through Europe, Kirk?
I have not. I have been taken, but my father didn't have a particular set of skills, so it didn't work out too well for me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start with Robert.
What kind of 16-year-old wants to go to Europe to see U2?
And Brian.
U2.
Both correct. U2. I'll go to question #2.
All right. Your second question comes in the category of comedy. Who stars as Ronald Miller in the 1987 teen rom-com Can't Buy Me Love? And Brian was writing when I said the character name.
He had the character name. That's
I know. I feel
impressive.
kind of sad about that.
So, Scott, what is your go-to U2 song?
Mysterious Ways is a good one.
That's solid. I'd go with or without you, but
Yeah.
both solid choices. 3,
1.
2, 1. Pens down. Brian
Patrick Dempsey.
and Robert.
Did not have that.
Patrick Dempsey is correct. Question 3 comes in the category of Westerns. In The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, James Stewart's character, Ransom Stoddard, holds what political office in the film's present day?
Not to plug other channels, but this was one of my top 100 movies of all time. As you might know if you've been watching Kirk and I. So it's a good one.
5. Yeah, solid Western. Solid revisionist Western. 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert.
Said senator.
And Brian.
I've gotten this question wrong before. I don't remember the answer or my guess. I said senator as well.
Senator is correct.
Yes.
All right, your fourth question is going to come in the category of sports. In Blue Crush, who plays Anne Marie, an aspiring surfer and hotel maid who falls for a professional football player?
Never seen this one.
Yeah, I can't say that I have either. Seeing it in sports, I mean, I guess that
5,
makes sense.
4, 3.
Here's
It's
repeat.
not what you traditionally think of.
All right. Brian uses first repeat.
All right, your question again in the category of sports. In Blue Crush, who plays Anne Marie, an aspiring surfer and hotel maid who falls for a professional football player? Kirk, I was noticing that your favorite professional football team, and I believe Roberts as well, has a lot of injuries this week.
Yeah.
You ain't kidding.
It's not a good scene. 4,
Goddamn triage unit over
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and we are going to start with Robert
Kate Bosworth.
and Brian.
I had that. I was thinking of a different movie. Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Kate Bosworth is correct.
I had that down.
Robert tied it up 3-3. Next question comes question number 5 in the category of comic book movies. Question: what is Eggsy arrested for stealing at the beginning of Kingsman: The Secret Service?
Never seen these movies. Eggsy is quite a name, though.
First one, pretty good. Second one, don't need to see that one.
And now there's a
4,
third.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, and I'll start with Brian
I don't remember. Shoes.
and Robert.
Car.
Car is correct.
That's right.
All right, your next question is going to come in the category of the 1970s. The China Syndrome centers around an investigation into what type of location? I don't know if you've ever seen the trailer for this movie or why you would have, but I did see it one time. I won't say the context, but there's a man in the trailer who just keeps saying the title, The China Syndrome, in a really dramatic
4.
voice that is always stuck in my head.
2, gotta love his 70s trailers. 1, pens
Yeah.
down. Robert
I hope me just knowing vocabulary gets this. Nuclear power plant.
and Brian.
Nuclear power plant.
Both correct.
Hooray.
Back to you, I think, Kurt.
Oh, question. Okay, question number 7, penultimate question, category of actors and actresses. Name both films in which Tom Hanks portrays 6 different characters.
So the reason that I had seen the China Syndrome trailer was we showed it in my chemistry class in college when we were talking about nuclear power.
5, 4.
I was in the dumb class for non-majors, so they just showed us movie trailers the whole time.
Awesome.
Pens down, Brian
Cloud Atlas and the Polar Express.
and Robert.
Cloud Atlas, the Polar Express.
Both correct.
Okay, guys, and your final question of round number 1, since there are no perfect rounds, comes in the category, of course, of plot summary. Name the film from the plot. A washed-up true crime writer moves into a house where a horrific crime previously took place in order to research it for his next book. He finds some old videotapes in the house to assist him, but soon discovers more than he bargained for.
Speaking of Tom Hanks, local theater here in town is having a Thanksgiving night. They're having Tom Hanks Giving. Tom Hanks Film Festival, Thanksgiving Eve.
The only thing that would
5,
be more popular there is a Michael
4,
Keaton
Very wholesome.
extravaganza.
2, 1, pens down, definitely. Robert
Sinister.
and Brian.
Yeah. Secret Window.
Sinister is correct.
I was writing.
So after round 1, Robert has the lead with a score of 7-5. And going on to round number 2, it's the wheel round. Scott, why don't you give me the rules for round number 2?
All right. In round number 2, the leading competitor, in this case Robert, will decide whether he wants to spin first or second. The other player the player who's going first will bet on either red or black. The wheel will be spun and will land on a category or a color. If a color is spun, the competitor with the corresponding color will choose a category for themselves or their opponent. If a category is spun, then the competitor can, of course, either take it or respin. But if they respin, then they must keep what they land on the second time. In each category, you'll receive 4 questions worth 2 points each if you answer without multiple choice, 1 point if you answer with multiple choice. And of course, stealing is available at either 2 or 1 point if the question is answered incorrectly.
And your categories on the wheel tonight are animated, LGBT films, war, 1990s, Willem Dafoe, crime, jungle fever, movie set in the jungle, fantasy sci-fi, Brian's strength of 20th century Bruce Willis action movies, and Robert's strength of Wizarding World. And of course, the colors red or black. Robert, you are in the lead. We can bring in your manager. Would you like to spin first or second?
Great round 1. How you feeling? You want to keep it going, or you want to just see what you need to do in round 2 and let him go first?
I usually like to see what I have to do. Man of
That
black.
works.
So let's defer.
All right.
All right, Brian, since you were spinning first, you get to pick your color. Do you want to be red or black?
Black.
All right. We'll bring Ethan in and bring up the wheel. And Brian, this is going to be your first spin. Landed your strength of 20th century Bruce Willis action movies. Like to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
All right, Scott, you want to go ahead and give Brian his questions in Bruce Willis?
I would be happy to. All right, Brian, your questions in the category of 20th century Bruce Willis action movies. Your first question: in Striking Distance, how does Detective Hardy's partner Jimmy supposedly kill himself?
Just watch this too. Shit. It's gonna be safe with a multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options: A, a drug overdose; B, jumping off a bridge; C, slitting his wrist; D, hanging himself.
Jumping off the bridge.
Correct for 1 point. Your second question: in The Jackal, who plays Ian Lamont, a small-time weapons expert hired by the Jackal in Montreal to build a mount for the weapon he plans to use to assassinate the First Lady?
Jack Black.
Correct for 2 points. Your third question: in Armageddon, the shuttle the crew uses to drive around the asteroid is named after what animal?
Oh shit. Give me multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, armadillo; B, rhino; C, elephant; or D, turtle.
Armadillo.
Correct for 1 point. And your final question in round 2: in Hudson Hawk, what specific type of drink does Hudson Hawk want to celebrate his first day of parole, but is repeatedly prevented from getting?
Cappuccino.
Correct for 2 points.
All right. So after Brian's turn, going to multiple choice a couple times, but get everything right and not get up any steals. He's at 11, while Robert is at 7. Let's bring Anthony in and bring the wheel back up. Robert, this is going to be your first spin.
Let's go, wheel.
And you also get your strength of Wizarding World.
Hooray! The wheel is just.
Unbelievable.
Just today, I think we keep this.
Yeah, that's probably a
Do
good idea.
well.
Let's keep this.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Robert, your first question in the category of Wizarding World.
Mm-hmm.
What form does Ginny Weasley's Patronus take as first seen in Order of the Phoenix?
Multiple choice, please.
Okay, multiple choice. Is it A, otter, B, cat, C, horse, or D, rabbit?
Cat.
That is incorrect. Brian, for the 1 point steal, your options are A, otter, B, cat, C, horse, or D, rabbit.
I'm with rabbit.
That's also correct. Correct answer is horse. Robert, your second question. In the Chamber of Secrets, when Harry opens Tom Riddle's diary and is transported back in time, how many years earlier do the events he witnesses take place?
50 years.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 3. What is the only Wizarding World film to have been nominated for an Oscar for Best Cinematography? Five.
Repeat the
4.
question.
Robert using his first repeat. What is the only Wizarding World film to have been nominated for an Oscar for Best Cinematography?
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice. Your options are A, The Half-Blood Prince, B, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, C, Prisoner of Azkaban, or D, Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Half-Blood Prince.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question. In Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, what is the name of the group led by Mary Lou Barebone?
The Second Salemers.
That is correct for 2 points. So at the end of round number 2, we have Robert in lead by 1, 12-11. And in round number 3, this is going to be the deep cut round. Scott, you want to give them the rules for round number 3?
Certainly. In round number 3, we're going to bring up the wheel again with your round 3 movies on it. You're going to get 3 questions in round number 3. The first question is worth 2 points. The subsequent 2 questions will be worth 4 points each. No multiple choice, no stealing. Of course, you can only respin the wheel 1 time in round 3. Although if a movie has no questions remaining for a respective point value, you will get a free respin in that instance. The questions will, of course, go back and forth based on who is in the lead until a player is mathematically eliminated.
All right. And your movies for tonight are The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, The Mighty Ducks, Magic Mike, What's Your Number, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Fruitvale Station, Class Act, and Whale Rider. We'll bring in Ethan. Brian, since you are behind by a point, we're going to start with you for your 2-pointer. And this will be your first spin. Mighty Ducks, would you like to keep that, or do you want to use your respin on that?
How you feeling? A lot of
I
names.
think I'm okay to cast for Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
So I'll stay with it.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
I'll read your questions for round number 3, Brian. For 2 points, who plays Mr. Ducksworth?
His name is Joseph Summer.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. So we will bring the wheel back up, bring in Anthony. And Robert, this will be your first spin for 2 points.
Mhm.
SpongeBob SquarePants movie. You want to keep that or spin again?
I'll keep it.
Yeah,
All
makes
right.
sense.
Okay. Scott, you want to give me this 2-pointer?
Sure. Robert, your 2-point question in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Who voices King Neptune?
Jeffrey Tambor.
That is correct. The older George Bluth himself.
All right. Going to bring it back to Brian for his first 4-point question. All right. Magic Mike, you want to stick with that one or you want to spin again?
There's
Feel
another
good?
one there I don't like as much, so I think I want to save my spin for the other one.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'll stick with
that's
Magic Mike.
All right. Brian, your first 4-point question in Magic Mike. What song does Adam, as the kid, do his first ever solo dance to?
Adam is Like a Virgin.
That is correct for 4 points. All right. Going to go back to Robert. Another SpongeBob question. You want to keep that or you want to use your respin?
I think I'll probably take this, Anthony.
You say you're gonna take this one?
Yeah, I think so. What do you think?
I think it's the right idea in case it's the last one you need. We can always have the respin for it. So
Yeah.
this will be the easier one. Yep, keep it.
All right, Robert, your 4-point question in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Mhm.
What item does Princess Mindy give SpongeBob before he leaves to go retrieve King Neptune's stolen crown?
A bag of wins.
I think we can accept that, right, Kirk?
Since what's in the document, I think we're going to say it's incorrect. We'll call it incorrect.
Okay, so the answer that we have is magical bag of wins.
Can I bring Anthony in?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, the bag of wins. Magical is an adjective that really not actually what it is. It's just an adjective of the thing. The bag of wins is a thing. Adjective, I don't think should count.
I think we should challenge this, correct?
Oh, absolutely challenge. Sorry,
Yeah.
Challenge.
Okay, we have a challenge on the table. We're going to discuss this, and we will be right back. Okay, after the challenge, it was decided that we didn't ask for the specific name of the item. We just asked what the item was, and it was a bag of wins. So we are going to give Robert the 4 points on that question, and he will retain his challenge for the remainder of the match. So we will bounce back over to Brian for his second 4-point question, and Brian will have to get this correct to keep the match alive. And here is your spin. Magic Mike, again, you another Magic Mike question, or would you like to use your respin?
I mean, it served you well the first time, but if you feel like, you said there was kind
like
of
I
some
said,
stuff on
there
there
are
that was
worse
worse,
movies
right?
on there. So as much as I will have liked to have watched SpongeBob for a reason, because that movie sucked, I will go ahead and keep Magic Mike.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
All right, let me just get to the Magic Mike questions. Okay, Brian, your second 4-point question to stay alive. And just a reminder, both of you have 2 repeats left. At the beach party, Dallas says that when he has a kid, he's going to sit him in front of the TV and make him watch what TV show?
Mad Money.
That is correct for 4 points.
Good job, Brian.
So it all comes down to this. Robert's final 4-point question. If he hits it, he wins. If not, Brian will move on to the title match. And here is that second 3-point spin. All right. Magic Mike, we've used those up, so let's spin
Yeah, I
again.
don't have a question.
All right, Fruitvale Station. You want to keep that, or would you like to spin again?
I mean, I'm good with it.
Yeah, if you're good with it, you have the respin if you need it. But if there's stuff on there you're more worried about than this, I would say stick with it. You still have repeats left if you need it. I know you take good deep cuts, so just remember if they say like specific, make sure you're specific. But if you want to keep it, keep it.
I'll keep it. Sure.
All right, Robert, your 4-point question for the win in Fruitvale Station. When he drops off Tatiana, Oscar tells her that they will go to which restaurant the next day?
Chuck E. Cheese.
And your winner, Robert the Ghost Kastner. Robert, moving on to the title match against Joseph. And we will go to post-match interviews now. Start with our unfortunate second place winner, Brian Michaels. We'll bring in Ethan as well. Brian, it was close. I think it just came down, and I know you're going to say what you're going to say here, but it came down to just a few points there. What are your thoughts after that match?
Kate fucking Bosworth. Yeah, had it written down, and for some reason I started thinking of a different movie, and I changed my answer, and I shouldn't have. That's the danger of having repeats. Yeah, I mean, it's losing by 1 point sucks, especially when you know where that point was. But Robert Kastner is an excellent player. When we went into round 3, I kind of figured he's going to get all 10 of his, so I had to get all 10 of mine, but it still wasn't going to be enough. But congratulations to him, and I hope Joseph still beats him.
Yeah, Brian played a great match. Robert is, like Brian said, fantastic. It's tough to beat the guy. And I know Brian's going to beat himself up with that 1 point, but everyone's been there. There's always going to be a point missing here or there. So it's like, there's nothing you can do at the end of the day. But, someday Brian will get his shot again at Joseph. And
I would like to challenge that Bag wins after all.
But he played great, so I'm happy with it, obviously.
Yeah, that's. I've been there. I think sometimes you'd rather get KO'd than just know exactly where there's points where you lost
Right.
by. That's sometimes a little more painful. But moving forward into next season, you'll definitely be still a top contender in the title hunt. What do you got planned? What are your thoughts? Is there anybody you'd like to face? Anybody that upper echelon you'd like to take on?
At this point, I figure I'm probably gonna have to go through a tournament or something for another title match. At this point, this is kind of my one shot to be one match away. So at this point, I feel like I've achieved what I want to achieve, having held the title for some time. So I'm going to enter into the phase of just playing for fun. So really, I just want to play. I'd like to play new people. I think I've like I said, I've played a lot of the same people in all the leagues over and over. So I like playing people like Robert. I playing people like I lost to David Nishimoto, another one recently in the other league. So it's just I like playing new people because I'm just at this point on I'm just having fun. Except in Full Metal Teams. We're keeping that.
All right. Well, we will see you. Title defense probably coming up soon in teams, so we'll see you soon for that. But thank you very much for playing, and good luck in the future. Let's go to our winner, Robert. You're pulled that out, and you're going to get that rematch against the title.
We got an echo.
Yeah, got a little bit of an echo. Weird.
But you are going to that title match. How you feel right now?
First of all, I want to Brian. I'm the same with Brian. I like to play new people, and I never got a chance to play him at all. I've only ever played Joseph, which has its own set of complications to it. But he's a class act. He's a great player, obviously. I wish him well in all his endeavors if he's not playing as competitively in singles. But I love getting to play him. I thought this was a great opportunity. That's why I studied so hard, because I wanted to prove my worth here. I'm so excited. I get to play Joseph again. It's my first year in all these big leagues, so the idea of being a rookie and getting to play for all these titles, even if I don't win them, fills me with a lot of joy, because it just means that, I've made the right decision. I always watch these matches and I was like, man, these people are really good. I don't think I fit in with these people. But as it turns out, maybe I do a little bit. And I like to be included. It's nice.
Yeah, you clearly fit in with everybody. You did great, as expected. Brian's a great player. 1 point away is how it is. In your classic move, you go cardiac caster and make it very difficult for me while I'm watching your matches. Thank you for that. You belong here. You get to play Joseph again, so yay. he's really good. We know he's really good, but we got another chance at it. So congratulations. That was awesome. I'm proud. Well done. And to the next one.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so we will see next time we see you. We'll be facing Joseph for the title. Congratulations on your match, and good luck on that next one.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, Scott. Final thoughts on our number one contenders match.
It lived up to the hype. Again, another match. It feels like, again, that gauntlet I was here for. All the matches seem to come down to the last question, and you see why these guys are, at the top of this league, because they know their deep cuts very well. You gotta know your deep cuts to be able to succeed in this league, and they obviously both did. And I'm looking forward to the rematch between Robert and Joseph, because it was a great match the first time around.
Yeah, definitely good. And it's tough. I mean, when you get to this level, every point counts, and it's a lot of pressure.
It really does.
And that's, I know Brian's going to be kicking himself for a while for those couple points he missed, but sometimes that's the only difference. Like you said, they both went 10 for 10 in deep cuts. They both were really strong in their strength through round two. Just a couple points make the difference. Brian will be back, but Rob will be back sooner in that title match, and we'll see you then. Thank you to Brian. Thank you to Robert. Thank you to Ethan, Anthony, Malcolm behind the scenes, Scott for co-hosting. Until next time, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you around.
There he is, my manager, as lit up as he's ever been during one of these.
This
I
is the
think
brightest it's been in a while. You're hitting me at the good lights. I'm getting the good lighting from the stoplights now. But I'm on my way to work again. But again, I want to be here for you. Whenever I can, I want to be here for you, whether it's on my way to work, whether it's at work, whether or not. But you're where you're supposed to be. You're in a championship match. This makes sense. You've worked hard this whole season. I've been here. You've given me heart attack after heart attack for so many of these matches. But you're where you're supposed to be. I'm happy you're here. I'm proud of you. How are you feeling today?
Oh, buddy. I'm excited. I'm glad I got this chance. Snowball. Never got a chance to be in Snowball. It's the rookie year, so my rookie year getting to a title shot can't be undersold or oversold, I guess. I am tired. I have watched probably 75% of these deep cut movies over the course of this year, but I'm ready and raring to go. I've played Joseph twice this year. They were both close matches, not in a title match. Hopefully that translates, but I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenge, but when you're at the end of the year, we're close to making resolutions. My resolution is to welcome this challenge and hopefully succeed.
Joseph's definitely a challenge, but you've shown you can hold your own, and good luck to you. Let's do this.
Good luck to you. Good luck to Joseph. Good luck to Scott. Good luck to everybody on here. I hope I have a lot of good luck as well. Thank you.
Sounds good match.
Thanks for wishing me luck, Robert. I don't think I really need it for anything, but thanks anyway. All right, Joseph, we're here. Another title match. Full Metal, we're used to it being, a dread civil war. It seems like that's what it's been for the last, however many title matches. But Robert, to his credit, he took out Brian and was able to make it here. You've seen him before. You've beaten him before. Not in a title match, different circumstances, but I'm confident in you. How do you think it's going to go?
Considering how I was actually asked this time, unlike in some other places, if I wanted to go first and going with the interview, that's a little bit comforting, I think. I really hope I just can.
Good omen, yeah.
Yeah, I really want to end the year with a title match win. It's going to be hard. Robert's entire season in Full Metal has been showing how strong he is in this format, so it's going to be scary. I just hope I've done enough to earn enough points to keep the belt, but we'll see. Good luck to Robert, because we're going to have another great match. Let's have some fun.
Let's keep that belt in dread for the whole year. That would be nice. Let's finish strong. Good luck, Robert.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another very exciting episode of Full Metal Singles. You are here in Snowball 5. This is the final match of the event here. One of the marquee matches. It is the singles title match. 5 rounds. Winner takes it all. Winner just goes home and just sits there in the Christmas rubble. So who will come out on top tonight? We have two fantastic competitors tonight. We will see who it will be. I'm your host for tonight, Big Papa himself here, Jeff Barry, joined by my Quack Attack brother, my man, RJ Villarreal Jr. How you doing, my brother?
Oh, y'all thought y'all were still going to make it through a whole snowball without seeing my beautiful winter beard? That's cute.
Yeah, it is.
It's good. It's always good to be here. I love coming and watching the singles stuff. Again, for the last time this year, I do apologize for what happened with Geek this season.
No need to apologize.
But school is school. And I actually think with one of these competitors, I'm pretty sure one of them was in the match the last time I hosted. I'm pretty sure it was only like his first or second match.
It might have been. I was like, because we got to talk about Robert's run. Just this, not just this past, just this whole year. We haven't seen a rookie run like this in quite some time. Going 6-1 for the season is incredible. He has shown that he's gone toe to toe with some of the best names in this league and has come out victorious with it. So the question is going to be, will that luck continue tonight, or will the clock strike midnight on this Cinderella story for the rookie? Because you got in the corner, you got Joseph Olivas. This is now his first title defense since reclaiming it from back previously when he fought against Brian Michaels just earlier in the season. So is there still going to be some rust? It's been a minute since we've seen Joseph play. But is there rust there? We have to wait and see there. But we know what Joseph's capable of. We know what Robert's capable of. RJ, what are you expecting out of tonight? What are you expecting out of these 5 rounds?
I mean, Robert, like you said, in a lot of different leagues and a lot of different divisions, Robert has come to show that he has come to play. But I can't put it past Joseph. The only thing I think it's really going to come down to is we haven't seen Joseph play in a long time. Is Joseph ready for, this kind of competitor in this realm? They may have played before, but they've never played a match like this before. The only person that Joseph's played in a match like this before in a while has been his buddy, his pal, his amigo. It's you know what? Who really cares who wins? Now it kind of matters who wins.
Exactly. I mean, like what we said, we saw a contenders match with Joseph and Robert. So now the stakes are higher. The belt's on the table. We're going to possibly see if the belt stays with Joseph or will it change hands once again. We'll find out in a minute. For the meantime, let's get these guys in here. So introducing first our challenger tonight, our number 1 contender, coming in with a record of 6 wins, 1 defeat. He is the Ghost, Robert Kastner.
I don't know if luck will ever be on my side.
You never know. Hope don't float, but luck, it gets somewhere. And his opponent tonight, your current Full Metal Singles champion with a record of 10 wins and 2 defeats. He is the Algorithm, Joseph Olivas. All right. Both competitors are in the ring. 5 rounds. Whiteboards are ready. Let's get this match underway with round number 1. RJ, you want to explain to the fine folks at home how round number 1 works?
Absolutely. Here we go, competitors. Y'all been here before, but let's get it going. Each of you is going to receive the same 8 questions from 8 different categories. For each question, you will have 15 seconds to write your answer down. When time is up, you will show and say what you wrote. Each correct answer is going to be worth 1 point. If either or both of you answer all 8 questions correctly, there will be a bonus question.
All right. And for both competitors tonight, because this is a championship match, instead of 3 repeats, you will have 4 repeats and 1 challenge. Use them wisely. And of course, keep your hands visible so there's no outside shenanigans at play. Competitors, are you ready?
As ready as I can be.
We got 5 rounds ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. And the words of the great Mills Lane. Let's get it on. Good luck, everybody. RJ, you want to take odds or evens tonight?
I'll go ahead and go odds.
All right.
All right. So, gentlemen, round 1, question 1. To start this off, your question is going to come in the category of horror. What is the name of the virus that turns people into zombies in 28 Days Later?
I remember when I was younger and I snuck into the movie theater to see this with my buddy. we theater hopped. Don't theater hop, kids. It's a no-no. Don't be like a younger Jeffy.
I think the last time I theater hopped was A-Team.
I was 12 and foolish and thought I could sneak into R-rated movies. 5,
I was in high school
4,
and just was killing
3,
time, so we watched the
2,
first like 30 minutes.
and 1. Pens down, please. We will go with our champion first, Joseph.
Rage.
And Robert.
That sounds right. It's Simeon.
Rage or the rage virus is the correct answer that we are looking for. Joseph on the board first. All right, gentlemen, your second question tonight is going to come to you in the category of comedy. In 1984's Police Academy, who plays Karen Thompson, Mahoney's fellow new cadet and primary love interest?
What a primary love interest. That's all I can say, because damn, in this movie, I'm not even going to try to lie about it. Damn, did she look good.
This era of this actress?
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Current. I was like, current state. Yikesatron 6000. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. We will go now to Robert.
Kim Cattrall.
And Joseph.
I spelled it with 2 T's, but I also said Kim Cattrall.
Spelling never matters here, but we know exactly what you mean. Kim Cattrall is the correct answer. Robert now on the board.
All right, gentlemen, your third question is going to come in the category of sports. What is the name of the Miami-based team that Any Given Sunday centers around? I forget this movie exists sometimes, and then I watch it and I'm like, this is good shit.
It's kind of the black sheep of the Oliver Stone filmography. You know, it's kind of like one of those. It's like so out of left field for him compared to what he's normally done. So
I feel like it's just a black sheep of a sports movie, to be honest. Like
it's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody.
Kind of similar to one of our deep cuts tonight.
5, 4, potential spoiler. 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. Joseph.
The Sharks.
And Robert.
The Miami Sharks.
Sharks is correct. Good pull, guys. Keeping it tight. As we go now into question number 4, which is in the category of our fellow co-host strengths here that he keeps over at Full Metal Geek. Can't wait for the return of it next season. Comic book movies. Name both Marvel films directed by Mark Steven Johnson.
I appreciate the compliment, but let's be honest. As Geek Commissioner, I still didn't know the answer to this question.
As somebody who has never played an ounce of Geek and probably never will play an ounce of Geek, no, I would never have gotten this either. So, hooray for
I'm just
not
bad
getting
at
it.
directors in general.
Much like how I sell myself short. You guys are selling yourself short.
Dude, no, we're not.
There's a reason I'm retired from play. 2,
There's a reason I just host.
And 1. Pens down, everybody. Robert.
Ghost Rider and Daredevil.
And Joseph.
Daredevil and the Superior Ghost Rider.
Don't know how correct we are on that, but the answers we are looking for are correct. So keeping it 4-3 now as we go halfway with question 5 with RJ.
All right, question number 5, gentlemen, is going to come in the category of the 1980s. 1980s. I have to start saying that now, apparently. But here we go. 1980s. Before moving to Beaumont, Red McCormick previously lived in what U.S. city in Footloose? Great question. This is just one of those that I was just like, I really want this question.
This is one of those where it's like when I saw it, I was like, wow, this is like actually
I think it's an
really
important
good
detail of the film.
It's one that
He
goes
mentions
overlooked.
it quite often.
You would think that. So we'll see if these guys
And
can pull it.
And I think it's the same in the remake. So I'm like, it's apparently an important enough detail.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. Joseph, what do we got?
Detroit.
And Robert. One of you is correct. It is indeed Chicago, Illinois. Robert ties it up 4 apiece. As we go now into the 6th question of the round, the category is recent releases. In The Green Knight, when Ga Win meets Lady Winifred, She asks him to find what body part of hers.
This is one of those movies that's just like too. I don't know what the word is, but like just one of those movies that I'm like, I get you're trying to make a statement with the movie, but I just want to watch a good story. And this is just, there's too much stuff going on here.
I can tell you that I have not seen this, but I have seen the Beatles Get Back. That's my recent thing right now, so I'm pretty happy with that. 5, 4.
I just watched Home Alone 3 as part of my Christmas movie every day of December thing.
1. Why wouldn't you watch the first 2? Because they're better.
I did.
Oh, good boy. Good boy. All right. We will now go to Robert. Robert, you are muted, just so you know. Nope, you're still muted. Oh. 1 sec.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
Okay.
Sorry. You guys cut out on me, so I thought maybe that
Okay.
was
Okay.
ankle because I haven't watched it. I don't know.
Okay, and Joseph?
I also haven't watched it. I guessed belly button.
Both good answers, but not the answers we are looking for. We are looking for the head.
Oh.
All right.
It was way more generic than y'all thought, but I love y'all's like attention to detail. Like, nah, it's got to be something like this. Like,
I thought it would be something that she was wearing a lot of clothes and he would have to get off that, which is usually innocuous. But whatever, it's
I
fine.
appreciate the ambiguity.
your penultimate question, that's how I say it in Geek, and that's how I'm going to say it here, is going to come in the category of coming in age and teen films. Who plays narcoleptic street hustler Mike Waters in My Own Private Idaho? I finally met a person from Idaho for the first time here at acting school, and I was like, so what's it like?
Is it just potatoes and nothingness?
I mean, we do make a lot of farm jokes actually, and I was like, they actually apparently have a lot of farms. So
coming out from the west to the big city, trying to make a life in New York, gotta love it.
I mean, I came from Texas, so I can't blame them.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. Joseph.
I'm going to be in big trouble if I answer either one incorrectly. I guessed River Phoenix.
And Robert.
I said Keanu Reeves.
River Phoenix is
thank
the
goodness.
answer we were looking for. Joseph takes the lead again by 1 as we come into the close of the round with your final question of the round with, everybody say it with me at home, plot summary. Name the film from the plot. A lonely woman befriends a group of teenagers and decides to let them party at her house. Just when the kids think they couldn't be luckier, things start happening that make them question the intentions of their host.
Can I just say, this is not the competitor's fault because this is a championship match, but I really, really wanted that bonus question asked because it's also a great question.
Maybe I should have realized who was writing the questions and what kind of recent releases I would ask and thought about it. But I didn't, RJ. I'm sorry. Okay.
Behind the
Like I
scenes,
said, no fault to y'all. It's not like I would have done it if I was participating.
behind the scenes somewhere, Jake Meltzer is fuming.
Yep.
And we will look for our answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. Robert.
I said Ma.
And Joseph.
I also said Ma.
It is indeed Ma, not Pa. So Ma is the correct answer. As we come now to a close of round number 1. RJ, I have a quick score update of Joseph with 6, Robert with 5.
That is what I have as well.
All right. Sounds like everything is good. As we're going to keep this train rolling here with round number 2. Round number 2 is going to work just like this. The competitor in the lead will decide if they want to go first or second. The person then going first will then bet on either the color of red or black. I believe. Yes, they are on the wheel. Yes, red or black. From that, then they will shoot. They will have the wheel spun with various different movie categories on them. If it lands on a category they like, they can choose to either keep it or respin. Keeping in mind, if they respin, they have to keep with where it lands on. If it lands on the player's chosen color, they can choose the category for themselves. However, if the opponent's color comes up, the opponent has the opportunity to choose the category for them. From the chosen category, then they will receive questions, 4 of them, valued at 2 points apiece, multiple choice available, knocking the point spread down to 1. And if they answer incorrectly, stealing is available on the table. As we get ready to get the wheel up, your categories for tonight, gentlemen, we have our romance, drama, Sandra Bullock, comedy, 90s De Niro, non-Christmas holiday films, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Westerns, Joseph Strength of Oscars, and Robert Strength of Alien Predator franchise, and the respective colors of red and black. Joseph, you are currently in the lead. Would you like to go first or go second?
All right, good round, Joseph. Got the advantage. I say we let Robert take something off the wheel. How about you?
I agree. We'll go second.
All right. So then we will shift our attentions to Robert. Robert, I need you to bet on either the color red or black.
Go with black.
All right. Robert is going black and Joseph red. All right. Your first spin is going to be underway now. Lands on Oscars. Would you like to keep it or respin?
You've studied it, but it's his strength. He's probably, if he gets deals easier, I would say you probably should spin again.
Yeah, I think I should risk it and see if I can get something a little bit more to my
a little more favorable.
Yeah. So
risk it.
We're gonna respin.
All right, they're gonna respin. Keeping in mind, you will stick with where it lands now. Boo! We're going with non-Christmas holiday films.
Okay.
Great category.
If you need it, you got it.
Okay.
All right. Bring our RJ. You want to take these, or you want me to take them?
Oh, you don't even have to fucking ask. I would love to take this category. I'm sorry for the cursing, kids.
No, you're good.
I really love. All right. All right, Robert, are you ready for your questions?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Your first question in non-Christmas holiday movies. In Trick or Treat, what is the name of the young trick-or-treater who wears a burlap sack over his head that is seen in each of the film's segments?
Oh, man. Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Joey, B, John, C, Billy, or D, Sam.
I'm going to go with Sam.
That is correct for 1 point.
And officially ties it up.
That was a guess.
Good
Context
guess,
clues, baby.
Your second question. In Home for the Holidays, who plays Claudia Larson, a woman who returns home to Chicago to visit her family for Thanksgiving after losing her job?
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are A, Annette Bening, B, Holly Hunter, C, Julianne Moore, or D, Jodie Foster.
I'm going to say Julianne Moore.
Joseph, a chance for a 1 point steal. The options once again are A, Annette Bening, B, Holly Hunter, C, Julianne Moore, or D, Jodie Foster.
Holly Hunter.
That is correct for the 1 point steal. Robert, your third question. In 1981's My Bloody Valentine, the killer sends a human heart to the police inside of what object, threatening to kill people if the dance proceeds?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, a box of chocolates, B, a vase, C, a stuffed animal, or D, a flower bouquet?
Box of chocolates.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh.
All right. Your fourth question and final question. Sorry, I forgot. I'm not in geek. I forgot there's not 5. This is your final question.
You're good.
In Rise of the Guardians, the Easter Bunny is referred to as the guardian of what? Jeff, do you have the time? I'm just making sure.
Yep, I got it.
I was just making sure.
Need an answer in 5, 4,
Repeat.
3. All right. First
All right,
one
what's the
for
first repeat?
Robert.
In Rise of the Guardians, the Easter Bunny is referred to as the guardian of what?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, fun, B, hope, C, wonder, or D, memories.
Can I get a repeat of the options?
Sure. Your options once again are A, fun, B, hope, C, wonder, or D, memories.
Hope.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right. Robert didn't do too bad there. Got himself up to 8 right now as we now get ready for Joseph's spin. We bring Scott back in. We bring the wheel, and your spin is away.
Stop.
Okay.
And as luck would have it, Oscars it is. Would you like to keep it?
I was so scared
Yeah.
it wouldn't land again on this.
You're only down by 1, so don't be afraid to use multiple choice. Although hopefully you won't need it.
I will keep it, please.
All right. He's sticking with his strength. All right, Joseph, your first question in Oscars. What Oscar-winning writer has won the Best Original Screenplay Oscar 3 times for films released in 1977, 1986, and 2011?
Woody Allen.
That is correct for 2 points. All right, set your second question. What country is the only one to have won more than one Best Foreign Language Film Oscar in the 2010s? Need an answer in 5, 4, 3.
Multiple
2.
choice, please.
Okay, your multiple choice options are A, South Korea, B, Iran, C, Mexico, or D, Denmark. Need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Can I hear the options again, please?
Okay, your options one more time are A, South Korea, B, Iran, C, Mexico, or D, Denmark.
Iran?
That is correct for 1 point. Third question. Montgomery Clift, George C. Scott, Jackie Gleason, and Peter Falk all lost the Best Supporting Actor Oscar to whom for films released in 1961?
Maximilian Schell.
That is incorrect. Robert, chance for a 2-point steal. Five, 4,
Don't know.
3,
Jack Lemon.
2. That is incorrect as well. The answer we're looking for is George Chakiris.
The other one.
All right, Joseph, your final question in Oscars. Who performed the Oscar-nominated song Earned It for the Oscar award-winning 50 Shades of Grey?
Wait, award-winning?
Oh, I'm sorry. Who performed the Oscar-nominated song Earned It for 50 Shades of Grey? That was my fault.
The Weeknd.
That is correct for 2 points. My apologies for the mix-up. All right, so second round is now done. I currently have a score of Joseph with 12, Robert with 8, if I'm not mistaken.
I did have 11, but I thought I missed a question, so 12 sounds right because I believe I forgot to mark one.
Because he got the last one was 2. As if I'm not mistaken, I'm sure.
And I also stole one from Robert.
Yeah.
Yes.
12,
Yes.
It's 12.
Yes.
It's 12. All right. Just making sure we got it. Our line judges have confirmed it. So we are good to go as we get ready to move now into round number 3, which is the Triple Jeopardy round. Here is how round 3 will work. A wheel featuring 6 categories will be spun. After a category is landed on, the player in the lead will have the option to spin again. Once selected, each player will answer 3 questions on whiteboards from the same category. Each question is worth 1 point. However, questions answered in progression increase their point value by 1. So the first question will be worth 1 point. If they answer correctly, the second question will be worth 2 points. The third question will be worth 3 points. If they answer incorrect at any point, the max they can earn then is 1 point per question. So there's an opportunity to have a total of 6 total points from this round alone. As we get the wheel ready, your categories for tonight for this round are biopics, 2010s, classics, directors, actors and actresses, and movie release dates. We will now bring up our wheel. All right, our wheel is currently up. First spin is ready to go now. Lands on biopics. Joseph, you are currently in the lead. Would you like to keep this or would you like to respin?
Could I talk with Scott, please?
Absolutely. We will bring Scott in.
So I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I think you should spin again because I'm not worried about anything on the wheel for you. And I think there are a couple of things if you get that you are better than he is in them. So I think I would spin again if I were you.
That's what I'm thinking too. There's a couple other categories that I think would be better for me.
I'm not worried about anything up there for you, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
So. Let's spin again.
Yep, we will take the respin, please.
All right, we're respinning.
All right.
2010s it
You're
is.
All right.
All right. RJ, you will take over this round with the questions as we now have to take a little bit of a dad break. So I'll be right back, everybody. RJ, I give the reins to you.
All right, good stuff. Give me 1 second just so I know I have my board with me so I can keep track of these points properly. And, of course, the marker died. Okay, 1 second. Sorry, editors. I did not. There we go. And that marker's better. All right, gentlemen. Your first question in the category of who's sharing the wheel so we can get rid of that. Sorry, real quick. I can't get rid of the wheel. Who can do that? Thank you. All right. Now, here we are. All right. All right, gentlemen. Your first question in the category of 2010s. Who plays software mogul Nathan in Ex Machina? And And that's going to be a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We will start with Joseph.
My favorite A24 film, Oscar Isaac.
And Robert.
Oscar Isaac.
Both correct for 1 point. This next question will now be worth 2 for both of you. Your next question. In Phantom Thread, Alma poisons... sorry, I had a tongue twist. Let me start again. In Phantom Thread, Alma poisons Reynolds multiple times using what food?
The tension could be cut with a knife. I love it. This is what Snowball's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. This time to Robert first.
I said soup.
And Joseph.
I also said soup.
Weird.
Both are unfortunately incorrect. We're looking specifically for mushrooms. Poisons him with mushrooms.
Oh,
Okay. Fair
All
enough.
right, so as we move on to the third question, this is back to being worth 1 point for both of you. So your last question in this round. What is the name of the fictional movie studio that the majority of the film Hail Caesar centers around? Love this question. Want to give Jake a big old fat kiss for this one. Not like in that sense, though. Like, not in a romantic way. I mean, I like Jake. I've met him in person. He's a good guy, but I wouldn't go that far right away. But this is just a great question.
I eagerly await the private chat response.
I feel like he's just going to ignore it. He's just going to be like,
Keep digging that grave, RJ.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pins down. We start with Joseph.
I guess Roman Studios.
And Robert?
I said MGA.
Both incorrect. We are looking for Capitol Pictures. Capitol Pictures.
I deep cutted that once too. Hilarious. Good for me.
I saw that movie for the first time this year, too.
Me too.
I forgot it existed, so y'all are doing a lot better than I am. But we are continuing on now, the end of round 3 now. I currently have a score of Joseph with 13, Robert with 9.
Yeah.
Both only getting a point on that. It's still very close.
Quite
It's
a barn burner this is. But Joseph and I aren't new to that.
Slow burns are sometimes the best burns. As we now get into your 4th round now, it is the classic rounds from the days of the IMDb round. How it will work. Each question will answer questions from 1, 2, and 3 point ranges on whiteboards separately. The first question, you'll be given the lead actor and the genres. Second question, you'll be given the director and the plot keywords. The third question, you will first be given the year. The player in the lead then will decide what of the 4 categories they would like to have be their clues for them. They can choose between actor, co-actor, director, or plot keywords. I will take over this round for you, gentlemen, since RJ took over round 3. So we will kick it off with your first question valued at 1 point.
I'm not a dad, but I'm going to take my dad moment.
There we go. All right. Your first question. Your year is 1974. Your genres are drama, mystery, and thriller. Your actor, Jack Nicholson.
Hey, Jeff, you want anything from the pantry?
If you got a Fresca, I would love one.
I'll see what we got.
If anybody's seen The Boys, you know what I'm referencing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. We will go to Joseph.
I was going to write Murder on the Orient Express, but it's Chinatown.
And Robert?
It's Chinatown.
Baby, that is Chinatown. Both correct. Good pull, gentlemen. We now go to your second question, your 2-point question. Your year, 1992. Your plot keywords, love triangle, magic potion, and eternal youth. Your director, Robert Zemeckis.
So we are out of Fresca, officially.
You got tab soda? How about that?
What is this, 1985? No, you freaking square. What do you want?
Have you seen me lately? I'm asking for prime dad drinks and prime dad
No tab.
amenities.
No tab. You have to
This
pay.
fucking guy
3,
always fucking asking
2,
for the weird things. Fucking
and
tab.
1. Pens down. And we will go to Robert.
Unabashedly love this movie. Death becomes her.
And Joseph.
I started to write Love Potion number 9, but it's Death Becomes Her.
The fact that you both love this movie, or at least Robert loves this movie, makes me so happy. Death Becomes Her is correct. One of my favorites from my childhood. We now go to your 3-point question. Your 3-point question. Your year is 2018. Joseph, you are still currently in the lead. What of the 4 categories would you like to have be your clues between actor, co-actor, director, and plot keywords?
Can I talk with Scott, please?
Absolutely. We can bring Scott in.
What are you thinking? I don't have any strong feelings. I don't think about what you should take. I mean, actor keywords is the classic. You could go with director maybe to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just actor, director.
Okay.
Just that.
Go with the straight data. Yeah, let's do that.
Try to do straight stats. Actor, director, please.
Okay. Again, gentlemen, to remind you, your year is 2018. Your actor, Gerard Butler, and your director, Christian Gudegast.
So, fun fact about the last question, since I was down in the cellar, I've actually held one of the Oscars that Death Becomes Her won.
That is amazing. I mean, how many times can you say you've done that in your life? That's
right.
That's
like
amazing.
I've held an Oscar in my hand, and one that was actually awarded. So,
do you remember which one it was for?
It's one of the visual effects one because I was visiting AFI Studios.
That's amazing, considering I'm a visual effects guy. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, please. Joseph.
Den of Thieves?
And Robert.
Probably what it is. I said Angel Has Fallen.
Den of Thieves is the correct answer. As we do our quick score calculations now at the end of round 4, currently have Joseph with 20 points, Robert with 12.
I have 19.
19. Okay, that was me miscounting. I made a smudge on my board, so it's 19-12. Yes. All right, we are back now after a quick score tabulation at the end of round number 4. Joseph currently in the lead, 19 points. Robert with 12. I'll say Robert has a little bit of an uphill battle, but we've seen crazy things happen in these matches, especially in championship matches. We will see what happens here as we get to our final round, round 5. It is the deep cuts round. RJ, you want to take the roles for this one since I've been doing a lot of talking for all the rules?
I mean, I was waiting to just get asked to do it again. You wanted to do it all, but whatever. All right, gentlemen, here's how the championship round will work. There will be 1 question worth 2 points and 2 questions worth 4 points for each of these competitors. And that amount of questions are also in each of these categories that you will spin for. So keep in mind, you only have 1 option to respin in this round for any 1-3 of your questions, but only once. If a movie has no questions remaining for the respective point value and the player lands on it, then you're going to get the technical respin. The player behind will start answering questions first. Once that player ties or moves ahead of their opponent, the other player will get their questions. Each player will go back and forth answering questions until a player is mathematically eliminated, or, of course, we reach a final conclusion. Gentlemen, are there any other questions before we get started?
Nope.
Then Big Papa, I believe since I took Robert in round 2, this goes to you.
All right. Before we get this wheel up, your movies for the final round tonight are The Skin I Live In, The Sting, The Last Boy Scout, Instant Family, 1988's The Blob, Big Hero 6, The Dead Don't Die, and Splendor in the Grass. All right. Robert, you are currently behind.
Yep.
We will bring in Anthony, who I believe is backstage. Yes, he is. All right. Out of the car this time, too. All right. Your first spin will be in as we get your 2-point spin underway. Keeping in mind, too, you have 3 repeats left. It lands on the blob. Would you like to keep it or respin?
I'll keep this, Anth, I think.
All right, that works. I mean, all you have to just hit. You're good at this round. Hit these, make Joseph answer something, but you got this one.
All right.
All right. We are sticking with the blob. For 2 points, who plays Fran?
Candy Clark.
That is correct for 2 points. Chipping away a little bit more as we get ready now for your first 4-point spin. We land on the sting. Would you like to keep it or respin?
I don't mind keeping it, Anth, to keep the.
Yeah, I mean, if this is going to be the simpler of the 4, I would say keep this one. Use the respin on the next in case you need it for the final question.
I do need to hit this, unfortunately.
You do, but if it's
well,
you feel all right.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I'll keep it.
All right.
Yeah, we did want to point that out just to let everyone know. Robert is actually in a must hit both of his 4-pointer situation. So if he misses either of these, Joseph will be champ if he misses either of these questions. Joseph will retain title.
Yes, it will be a technical knockout in that regard. But we still have to get through these questions. So, Robert, your first 4-point question in the sting. When Snyder comes to search the brothel, how does Billy convince Snyder to not search the room?
She says that if he goes knocking in the rooms, that he'll walk in on the chief of police.
I can accept that. That's exactly what we're looking for. It tells him the chief of police is in one of the rooms.
No, 100%. It's a big part of what she says. So
that is 100%. That is correct.
Now a 1-point game.
Scared the shit out of me. I'll tell you what.
It's called tension. I love it.
Got it. You got it on me. Good job.
All right, we now hit the pressure cooker. The final spin for Robert. The skin I live in. Would you like to keep it or respin?
I kind of want to spin again, I think.
Yeah, I mean, you have it. I know you're comfortable in pretty much all these, but if you feel slightly less comfortable in this one, spin again. You have it. Use it.
Yeah, I'll spin again.
All right, we're going to respin. Your only respin where it falls is where you take. Splendor in the Grass.
All right, take your time. You got repeats if you need them.
Yes, keeping in mind you do have 3 repeats left. As I bring it up, here we go. And your 4-point question in Splendor in the Grass. After the market crashes, Ace brings Bud to a nightclub and gives him what specifically as a gift that costs $50?
Cupid doll.
That is correct for 4 points. Takes the lead. And we now shift our attentions to Joseph. As we bring in his manager, Scott, to get ready for Joseph's first spin at 2 points.
No big deal. We knew he'd hit him.
All right. And your spin is away. And it's the skin I live in. Would you like to keep it or respin?
No reason to respin here, I would imagine.
Yep, I'll keep it, please.
All right, he is going to keep it. RJ, you will hand him the questions then?
Yes, I will. Once my phone stops freezing and lets me scroll down to the right movie. There it goes. Am I missing it?
It's the first one.
It is the first one?
First one.
What the hell, man? Oh, it didn't let me scroll up either. That's probably why. Duh. Anyways, let's try to scroll down that whole time. All right, Joseph, sorry for the delay, but your 2-point question in The Skin I Live In. Who plays Vicente?
Jan Cornet.
That is correct for 2 points. And we now do find ourselves in a situation for Joseph. All Joseph has to do is hit one of his 4-pointers, either this one or the next one. He will retain the title. So this could be it for Joseph. We'll see.
All right, Joseph, your first 4-point spin is away. The Sting, would you like to keep it or respin?
I feel like it's kind of the same logic that he used. You probably want to save it for the last one when you absolutely need it. So I would say go with this unless you don't feel good about it. What I imagine you feel good about all.
I was going over it today.
Okay.
I'll keep it just in case.
You have all 4 repeats, remember. So.
All right.
Okay.
Potentially for the win.
All right. Yep. Joseph, your first chance to retain the title for 4 points. Your question in the Sting. During the race in which Lonigan didn't place his bet down in time, what is the name of the horse who came in first?
Wrecking Crew.
And your winner, and still the singles title champion, the algorithm, Joseph Olivas. It was indeed Wrecking Crew. Your final score, 24-22. What a match. Gentlemen, this is how you close a snowball. This is exactly how you close a snowball. This came down to the wire. It came down to almost the last question. I expected nothing different than this. In the meantime, we will take our time now and we will talk with our, I will never say the loser. It is our second place finisher, Robert Kastner. So we will take Joseph out and we will bring in Anthony. We'll get your manager in here. We'll get things going here. Robert, the run you've had this season has been remarkable, has been nothing short of remarkable, nothing short of extraordinary. This is only your 3rd loss of the season. There's veterans here who don't even make it to 3 wins. Yeah, what's up? So, you have defied a lot of people's expectations. You were definitely one of the highest ranking rookies we've seen in a long time. One of the highest ranking players currently now. The rookie moniker has dropped. You are one of the top dogs for sure. Definitely a top 10 player. Unfortunately, it came down to the wheel tonight. It looked like tonight. Joseph landing on his strength in round 2 didn't really help. But you kept yourself in this fight. You played very hard. How are you feeling right now? What are your thoughts? What are your emotions?
I'll let Anth talk first because sometimes he gets sort of pushed in the background for this. I want him to talk first, and then I'll go.
Absolutely.
Oh, I mean, I'm fine with being in the background. You're the star of the show. You're the one that does all the work. I'm just kind of here to help out a little bit. But win, lose, it's your rookie year. You did incredible this entire year. You lost to an absolute machine who knows an insane amount about everything. The wheel, sometimes it doesn't go your way. I know you well enough to know that you are probably going to beat yourself up about this, but you should not. You played very well. You did really well. He just did that little bit better, but you did what you always do. You do really well in round 1. You crush round, 5 this time, but the deep cut round, that is your bread and butter, and you always crush it. And that's exactly what you did. You were down a little bit, but you made him answer questions in round 5, which is what the whole goal is. If you're down a little bit, you did what you needed to do. I'm proud of you for this entire season. You worked incredibly hard. You've done more deep cuts than I can possibly imagine. And I know you've got to be burnt. Now it's time to enjoy the holidays, enjoy the time off, and get ready for next season. But I think you did great this season. And you have nothing to be sad about at all.
Yeah, if you do a memoriam on the match, it's like how it always is with me and Joseph. We're close in round 1. He had a lead. I'm only kind of upset about the 28 days later question, but I haven't watched that in a minute, so whatever. I won't be upset about missing on a movie I've never seen, so that's fine. Yeah, round 2, he got a strength, but kudos to him. Those are hard questions. I had no clue who to answer in the steal. I mean, that was a hard one, and I I thought I would get some different kinds of non-Christmas movies, and I got ones I wasn't expecting, all of which I have not seen, I believe. Yep. And then round 3, we went the same on that. I should have known Capitol Pictures. Like I said, I've deep cutted Hail Caesar, but there's so much that goes in and so much that goes out. I'm not surprised. The only thing I'm beating myself up on is Den of Thieves. I should have, if I left 3 repeats on the board, I maybe could have used 1 or 2 and maybe sussed that out. And then he would have had to have answered his last 4-pointer. He probably would have got it and he would have won anyway, but you never know. And then I did what I wanted to do. We got to round 5. I didn't get knocked out. I've only lost twice this year, and to the same person who's the champion. I've lost to Joseph 3 times, and they've all been close matches. He's better at me than this. I think that's clear. That's fine. It's fine. I have a lot to be proud of this year. I went 5-0. Not a lot of people did that. I never missed a deep cut question. I'm very proud of myself because that's a work-based thing. And that means that I put in the work, much to the detriment of my time and the time with my wife. But she's very supportive, so I was very happy that she rolled with me on that. And like I said, I've only lost to one person, and it's the champion, and he's a computer. We always play close matches. That's what I'm most proud of. I always go into these, and when we got to 4 points coming out of round 2, I definitely thought I was getting knocked out. I was like, crap, if you do all the points and I miss some of these, I'm going to get knocked out. And then we got after round 3 and we were still where we were. I was like, well, I can't get knocked out. So that's good. Yeah, 7 points is too much. I needed to be in the lead, let's be honest. And that would have been really hard. But this is a good season. I'm not going to take umbrage with it. I did as well as to be expected. And that's what happened. So no, not beating myself up at all.
Good. Well, I love the humbleness. I love taking the humility as well too. Anthony brought up the best point. You in round 3 has been like textbook, as far as like you knew exactly how to answer, where to answer. It was really a marvel all season to watch you in round 3.
Can I jump in real quick just to
Absolutely.
add to that? I think I am less talented than the top tier of these. Some people will argue, especially him over there to my right. I'm not as talented as people like our illustrious head writer or the champion here. I'm just not. It's just not in my realm. Maybe if it was like back in my mid-20s when my memory was better. But what I can do is I can deep cut because it's work-based. I'm willing to put in the work. It's the great equalizer for this. It's how I beat Kirk. Honestly, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have beat Kirk because Kirk was better than me in that match most of the way. And then it allowed me to keep up and to keep ahead of Brian to get to this point. So I look at it as my dearth and talent can be boosted up by my ability to grind. And I take that very seriously.
And that's what people need to remember too. As much as this is knowledge based, it's also a game. If you know how to stack the deck in your favor a little bit, that's what it can come down to. It's a game of inches. It's just like anything else. One little slip up can cause you to either get ahead or get behind. We've seen it happen to some of the best players. I'll say, unfortunately today for you, Robert, it was just a game of inches. Like you said, there was a couple of questions here. It's like you should have gotten it, you could have gotten it, but any given day or any given Tuesday night here, right before, right around the holiday season. But you know what? Thank you so much for all the work that you have put in for this season. Anthony, all the work that you do with your faction and everything you do with Fun DMC, all the great players that you have. I wish you all nothing but the best luck going forward. Great health, great prosperity. Hope you had a great holiday season. We look forward to seeing you in 2022 and hopefully seeing another amazing run from you.
And thank you all, and thank everybody at Full Metal. It was a wondrous time to be a part of this, so thank you.
We appreciate that very much. Thank you very much for the kind words. With that being said, we are now going to go to our champion. I'm back in. There we go. Wrong person, Malcolm, but we're good. We now go to our champion who has kept the belt with him, and that is going to be Mr. Joseph Olivas and his manager, Scott Harvey. Joseph, another defense. You had to get back here again. You beat Brian earlier in the season. You're back here again, defending your title once again. It's never easy doing these. It's never an easy day doing one of these. But you came out on top today. You were able to get lucky in round 2, getting your strength there, having the wheel somewhat in your favor a little bit, controlling the board pretty much from the get-go, and setting the tone pretty early on. But it was still a very tight race with Robert, who, again, he said his only losses have come to you. How are you feeling now? The belt is back, staying with Club Dread. How are you feeling now?
A little more than relieved, because not gonna lie, had I lost this match, I would have been really hurt with this. After losing the team's belt in multiplex, I was like, oh well, it happens sometimes. And then only having the singles belt for literally a day before the multiplex guys at Warzone thought, hey, he has too many belts, we have to give Jake a shot at this belt again. It's kind of tiring. I was kind of tired after all that. There were so many matches that I got involved in the past few months, and a lot of them are very competitive, and it's just a relief for me that I'm able to keep that I'm actually able to defend a championship here in the Full Metal League. Yeah, Robert did really, really great in this entire season. He made me push a little further to deserve this win, not giving me any easy leeway. Yeah, great game, Robert, again. I just need a break from deep studying. Like, seriously,
Yeah.
this past season has given me nothing to lose, and in Class Act also, and in the multiplex side, I've had to do waiting and the girl next door. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this break.
I'm happy for Joseph. He looks like he goes through like hell during these matches sometimes. But so it was nice to have the 7-point lead going into the last round. Out, at the same time, like I said, we knew that Robert would hit the deep cuts. He's really good at those, and you don't make it to a title match in Full Metal unless you can hit your deep cuts, unless you're automatic like that. And Joseph obviously is automatic. Too, I think the key tonight was obviously the wheel helped, but he had that 1-point lead coming out of round 1, and he didn't give up any points really for the rest of the match. And any time that there was a dual round going on or whatever, he matched Robert all the way, and so he didn't allow Robert to really gain any ground, and all the while was building on that lead. So hats off to Robert. He did all he could there in the last round. He made Joseph work for it, but it was a great finish to the season, and happy to say that the belt stays in Dread.
I'll say all that hard work. It feels like it's a lot more warranted right now. I'll say, because like you said, this deep cut, it can take a lot out of you. It's a lot of preparation in a short amount of time. It's what kind of keeps the game interesting, but also can make it some of the bane of your existence in some ways, considering there are some movies that are questionable, we'll go with, but we have seen some interesting choices for this round. But regardless, Joseph, the belt stays with you for the time being. I am not sure how things will be progressing with 2022, but is there anyone in particular you would like to see in this spot with you?
I always kind of look forward to playing a fellow faction member, so Club Dread will at least assure that we don't lose the belt to another faction. So I'm looking forward to whoever rises to the next match. But yeah, I'll do my best, be prepared as I can for that.
All right, good to hear. Again, Joseph, Scott, it was a fantastic match. I would say Club Dread still's on top here in Full Metal Trivia, in Full Metal Teams, and Full Metal Singles. Again, much like I wish to Robert and Anthony, I wish you all great health, great prosperity. I hope you have a great holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you guys in 2022 and all the great things you guys will take care of there. So thank you very much for being here, guys. Thank you
And
for all the
thank
hard
you
work.
very much for all the admins and for all the writers and for all the players who signed up for this and giving movies for deep cuts to exist in the first place, even if we don't always appreciate them. Let's just put it that way. Thank you again for this, for all your time and effort in this.
We appreciate
Really
it.
appreciate it.
We greatly appreciate it from the admin team. We appreciate all the kind words. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Again, we look forward to seeing you next season. Take care of you guys. All right, RJ. We come to an end of another.
I'm not trying to do
Snowball.
my homework while you're doing this. That's not what happened.
We're not dating this video or anything. Final thoughts as we come to the end of the 5th Snowball now. We have now reached 5 official Snowballs. What are your closing thoughts?
My thoughts as a fan, I mean, that was a great championship match. That was a great way to end it. We knew these guys were going to throw down on that. So it was great to see. For all future competitors, I think we all need to start taking very seriously once again. Like, because I know deep cut scares everybody, but y'all need to stop working on y'all's round 2 game, because that round 2 is starting to become the deciding factor again now. So competitors next season, I think y'all need to start balancing out your round 2s and 3s, because there are some things I'm starting to notice that competitors at a certain level should not be doing as bad as they are. And it's coming down to round 2. So I need y'all to refocus. I don't have to. I don't play.
It's like I said, it comes down to a game of inches sometimes. It takes one question to just fall behind just a little bit, and then you're just constantly playing that catch up. But you know what? Any given day, any given player can fall. But we come to an end of another Snowball. I want to take this time and thank everybody for sticking with Full Metal for us to give you 5 of these. It's an honor and a privilege to work on these for you guys. You know, I want to bring in real quick. I want to bring in our line judge Malcolm, and behind the scenes our former question writer Jake Meltzer. I believe he's still backstage. There we go. The work that you've put in this season with writing questions is completely admirable. There's sometimes, where it's just there's match after match after match after match, and you and the team have done incredible work. So we are incredibly thankful for all that you do. If you have any final closing words.
Yeah, I want to thank my fellow writers who stuck with me throughout the year, Melissa Woody and Kaiser Huang, who helped me out immeasurably. I want to thank everybody who helped me do deep cuts, because there were 100 of these, and as much as I tried, I could not do them all because there was too many. I was burnt out doing as many as I did, and that's sort of why I'm stepping back. And thank you to people who sent me round 2 categories throughout the year and for this match. But yeah, and thank you to everybody who played and it was quite the experience doing this. I will admit it was draining, but I did it because I really love this game, and I really have so much respect for all the people who put in the work behind the scenes, but for the people who play it. And I'm excited to kind of step back and hopefully play a little more myself. So, yeah, that's all I got to say.
Well, it's much deserved time off, dude. You've earned it. Thank you for all the work that you have done. And I couldn't be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Malcolm and all the work that he does with hosting Classic and with all the work he does with Full Metal Random. I know he took a little bit of a break at the end of the year, but I know you're going to be getting stuff back going again next year with a lot of great stuff. Do you have any closing thoughts as we come to the end of Snowball?
Yeah, I mean, like basically what everyone has said, like, they've already sort of covered what I would say. But yeah, I mean, just thanks to everyone that sort of helped out and me with random categories that I may not know much about, NFL, anything sports really. But But yeah, and 2022 will kick off the bank because it will be the Disney Animated Championship match I originally wanted to plan for Snowball, but it just didn't happen. But it's good. That's what I'm going to do to kick off the season next year. RJ's in that.
All right. We look
Shouldn't
forward.
be, but that always happens.
Shit happens. Sometimes it does. But again, appreciate all the work that you do. And I'll say for everybody behind the scenes, all of our hosts, everybody who writes questions, everybody who keeps track of the stats, everybody on editing, all the players, managers, faction leaders, whatever you are, and more importantly, the person watching right now, whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, we thank you so much for all the work that you put in dedicating to this channel, keeping it what it is, and keeping it fun. We are so thankful for you. We are so grateful to have you here in this community, and we want to keep seeing you in this community. So as we now come to a close of another Snowball, on behalf of everybody here at Full Metal, we thank you very much for all the love and all the support. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2022. Take care, everybody. We love you all. See you next time.